The Breakdown.
Today we actually have a bit of a controversial figure joining us today.
Oh yeah, no, he's like really controversial. I mean, this is like some serious, hard-hitting news, and as committed journalists, don't expect us to take it easy.
All right, calm down, Dan. We're all professionals here. Let's welcome on Henry Landers.
Hey guys.
For viewers who haven't heard, Henry recently sent a shockwave through the LA neighborhood after training his house plant to cuss at local children.
That's right. I was
Henry, sir, you have filled local residents with an inferno of rage and salty sorrow. Now, how did this all start? How did you let this get so out of control?
Well, I guess it started when a 12-year-old decided he was going to have his overnight birthday party in my front yard. My property is not a national park land as much as everyone leads to believe that.
Is that when you bought the plant?
Oh, you mean Joseph?
Your plant is named Joseph?
Yeah.
Then yes.
No. So Joseph was already living in my living room.
Okay, so how did you teach a plant to swear?
I had to give him a mouth, I had to give him a mouth first, which shouldn't have been hard. But of course, Joseph had to make this whole big deal. Like he didn't like his lips, so we had to get injections. It was,
right, and then he just started talking.
Well, at the beginning, he just started making noises, which he was pretty good at. Okay, like one night he was singing "Sweet Child of Mine" pretty loud, like so loud that the police showed up because of noise complaints. And then after that, he said his first words: "Taxi boat."
Oh, wow. What were you doing when he said them?
I was taking a nap. And then he wouldn't stop chanting "taxi boat" until I promised him to take him to one. So we had to fly all the way to the Big Apple, and then guess what? Joseph didn't meet the height requirements. So he was upset, and we ended up hijacking the taxi boat for like 4 days.
That was you? Oh my gosh, I saw a segment about that on the national news.
Well, Henry, fortunately, nobody watches the national news. Local news is really more popular, so we can set the record straight here. Now, what's the real story?
Oh, I definitely did it. I stole that boat.
Well then, how did you teach Joseph English is what I'm wondering.
You know, it really wasn't that hard. I mean, I put him in a nice leather chair, gave him an iPad, and set him up with Rosetta Stone. He did it for almost a month and then stopped because the subscriptions were pricey. I'm not paying for that, but fortunately, Rosetta Stone starts with the swears.
And that is when you put him up on the windowsill to yell at children?
Exactly. They were running all over my lawn, digging holes in the grass for no reason. It was so rude. And then I placed Joseph up there, but then he panicked.
What do you mean?
Complete and utter stage fright. He froze. He couldn't remember any of his swears. He started babbling a little recitation of the Constitution and then actually swinging "Sweet Child of Mine," but 4 keys down. It was just wild. It was terrible. And he started going crazy. I had to shut the windows. We were so embarrassed.
Right. Now, do you think it was okay to put Joseph into a situation he clearly wasn't ready for?
I obviously felt bad, Dan. So I took him back into the office and I tried to pump him up, like, "Your hair looks so lovely, Joseph. Oh, wow. How did you pick such a charming haircut, Joseph? Joseph, can I please get the name and address of your barber, Joseph?" Like, stuff of that ilk.
Did he pull through?
He did, and it was amazing. I mean, I put him down on the windowsill and he started swearing at those children like there was no tomorrow. But of course, that's when things got a little messy.
Excuse me, Henry. A little messy is when I spill jam on my blouse in the morning. This is like when I dump jam all over my car each month. All right, don't ask. Just roll with it.
I was gonna ask.
No, don't worry about it.
You sure?
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I've never been more.
We can talk about it.
I've never been more sure.
All right. Okay. Cool. Let's not talk about that then.
All right. Do you think that they could hear you? That they could hear Joseph, through the windowsill?
Joseph has a fantastic projection. I mean, just boom, loud. So I gave him my old bullhorn, and then he started screaming away.
Okay, yeah, but still, do you think the neighbors may have overreacted a bit?
I'm not worried. I mean, a few angry jabs, little emails. Can't slow the old stallion down.
You're not worried about the protests?
What?
It's why we have you on here. I'm Henry. Were you at home yesterday?
No. Joseph and I were in New York for a trial. The whole taxi boat thing. We just got back.
Oh God. Okay. Well, your neighbors flooded your house with V8 juice yesterday morning.
V8 juice? No, Joseph hates V8 juice. Why would they do that?
Well, maybe because Joseph, verbally assaulted their children. I'm just spitballing.
Well, that's not a valid reason, Dan. Okay, those rude people. Oh my gosh, I gotta get out of here. I gotta figure this out. Joseph, I'm coming.
Right. Do you think we should chase him over there? You know, get some real breaking news for once.
Stop being such a leech, Dan.
Right. Yeah.